Hey everyone, Arthur Lisiaga with GTR-TV. We're back with Switchback. We're here with Marty, Brian, and Jim. Why don't you guys talk to us a little bit about the album, the title of it, and the new album?
It's called Kanoka, and it's spelled with 2 Ks. And we began working on this album probably about 3 years ago, and Jim Hines is all over this album. Yeah, he's an extraordinary percussionist. He's a drummer's drummer, and we're really honored to be. And he gets huge compliments from the producer, who is Lloyd Maines. You might remember Lloyd Maines. He worked quite a bit with Joe Ely down in Texas. His daughter is the lead singer of the Dixie Chicks, and he won a Grammy for producing the home album of the Dixie Chicks. And he loves Jim Hines' work on this album. He just the other day I was on the phone with him, and he was spouting off about how much he's that drummer, his Texas. That guy he's just.
Where else would I have had a chance to get a compliment from Lloyd Maines, but from these guys? And I've been around.
And Jim has been around. He's played for everybody. Paul McCartney and Brian Wilson. Keep naming the list, the brag list, Jim.
That's Switchback. Just to name a few.
What was the band you guys were talking about just as we were sitting in here?
The Buckingham?
The Buckinghams.
It's a great Chicago.
David Bromberg.
I've subbed with everybody. Yeah, David Bromberg, Jerry Goodman from Mahavishnu Orchestra, among others. Just to name it, Switchback. Just to name a few. And these guys called me, I guess the first time I was still on the road with Brian, and did one record with them, and it was such a blast. They were such fun songwriters to work for. They give me carte blanche, pretty much, to do what I want to do, and it's always fun, and they always seem to like what I do, which is also fun. And after I got off the road, this was 3 years ago. Right?
We started in 3 years ago on this album.
Did almost both albums at the same time,
right.
A lot of it. And, and it was just really fun. It was cold. It was a very cold session, but it was remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. These guys, the songs they write just lend themselves to so much drum fun and song sculpturing ideas. It's a real blast to get. And it's always just them and me in the beginning before they bring in everybody else. So I get to make my own mess before anybody else gets in there and fills it up. And it's been a real joy. And I don't know what else to say. I can't wait to hear it.
Well, I think you bring up a good point on how we work. We like Arthur to come in with maybe 2 or 3 albums in mind, and then we kind of drum, and then they start like Jim is our go-to guy. He comes down, and we can say, how about this, and he will take it and run with it, lay down a great drum track, and then we have the fun of sorting out which track goes to what album.
Right. So we're going to still have a surplus of Jim tracks laying around beyond Kanoka. We do. Yeah. Because albums get whittled down.
We should also mention the other great Chicagoan that's going to be on this album is Howard Levy on harmonica, who's again just he's a legend, and so
he's in the Guinness Book record for taking a diatonic harmonica and playing it like a chromatic harmonica. For you people who know a little theory out there. So yeah, he can bend notes somewhere in the back. He can manipulate sounds out of a harmonica in a way that that no one else ever figured out before. So.
That's fantastic. Was there a certain inspiration behind this album then, like the songs you picked on the album?
Yeah, I mean the album kind of goes along a theme of the High Plains, the West. We wanted to pay homage to Michael Nesmith's, just your standard ranch stash, kind of stuff where he worked with Red Rhodes on the pedal steel, mainly because we have such a brilliant pedal steel player in Lloyd. Lloyd is a national treasure. This guy is probably one of the best pedal steel players in the world. And so we were thinking, well, it'd be really cool to focus in on just us 3 guys and Lloyd. And we pretty much kind of kept it with that. And we brought in Howard just for a little garnishment, and we have that kind of like High Plains, Lonesome Train kind of feel.
Sure.
Throughout it.
Intentionally sparse. You know, that was kind of we really wanted to keep it that way.
Right.
Like western Kansas, eastern Colorado, very sparse, you know, and so we think we got it. We think we got it. It's been a slow process for us. It's been the longest album to date that we've made.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it has been just ironically trying to keep it sparse. It's much more painstaking cleaning and
Mm-hmm.
But if we wait any longer, it'll be posthumous, so we better get it.
yeah. Some people think Kanoka's Indian for next year. Our fans keep saying that. So
Yeah.
then maybe they're right. So I don't know.
So was it? It was sort of like a longer album too. There were like you know,
Absolutely.
more songs on it than usual.
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, it's for us, yes, and you know, in typical Switchback fashion, we probably had about 20 songs that we whittled down to. I think we're up to about 11 songs.
Mm.
So you know, about nine of those songs, you know, will go somewhere else.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they'd call me in for 13 songs, and we get down to 13, and I'm starting to pack up, and I'm hearing, maybe we should try this. Maybe
Yeah.
we should, wait, maybe it would sound good on this. And
Jim,
next day, 20 songs later, we've got like
Jim's
3
patience
albums
is
in the
great.
can.
It is that way.
So the last thing I've been wondering, talking to you guys here today, whose goat is that? Is that
Well, that's
do you guys just carry that around?
some
usually,
people have
or
a
is that-
lucky rabbit's foot. Jim has a lucky gut's head,
Don't touch him.
for sure.
and he goes everywhere with Jim. And we've never really talked about it too much. Jim,
No.
His name is Raven. He lives here, actually, at the Raven.
Here at the
Theater,
Raven.
he's
so-
I just thought an interesting prop. We might bring it out for the show tonight.
We became friends very quickly this afternoon.
That's
So
that's
now he won't leave me. So
just follows you around. Very good.
All right.
Well, again, waygoodmusic.com is where people can check you guys out. waygoodmusic.com. And yeah, we're looking forward to watching you guys today here at the Raven.
Thanks so much.
Enjoy the
No
show.
problem,
It'll be
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, have fun with it.
For
So-
sure. Again, this is Arthur Lisiaga with Good Times Radio TV. You can check out this interview and more at tomorrowsalliance.com. Thanks, guys. See you soon.
quiet.
Good job.